we are so excited. Oh wait, let me make sure it's recording. There we go. Agree with the terms, and we're good. Okay, wonderful. Well, we are so happy to have you on with us today because what a movie! This is so much fun and so crazy, and stuff like this has to be sort of the joy of why you do this to be able to get to come up with a result of something like this. You gotta be excited to unveil this to the world, right?
Yeah, part of that job is always to try to fuck with you guys. So if it's done, that's great, right?
It worked.
Good.
Thank you,
Well, that's
Paul.
great. Well,
Thank you.
well, you know what? One of the things about it is, of course, we all grow up watching movies and we think, that would be so cool. I would love to do this. And then as it turns out, it's a whole lot harder than we thought. So, but, it looked
Tell
like
us about
you
that.
actually were having a fun time making this film. Do you have a lot of great memories from the set?
That's a question for actors.
Yeah. Not-
Yeah, absolutely. Unforgettable. Cameron and I have talked about this many, many times. What an unforgettable experience. I mean, everything about it was absolutely amazing. Even the injuries, the blood, sweat, and tears, absolutely worth it. I'd go back tomorrow. I can't wait to.
Getting still want to get
Yeah,
the shit out of get beaten the shit out of Gary Jordan.
Yeah, yeah,
Like Gary
it
yeah,
Jordan.
wasn't
yeah.
even, we did get the shit beat out of us. We did all get sick. It was miserable in a lot of ways, and also the best, by far the best experience of my life. And like we were saying before, like offline a minute ago, like it's a very common thing on every set. It becomes a family, becomes very close. And then for whatever reason, it's such a mystery to me. After it's over, people tend to like disappear and don't talk to each other. But the three of us and like the DP Greg and others, when we get together at these festivals, I mean, fucking love these guys. I mean, it's the experience lives on. So yeah, I think that's so
Yeah, we had
cool.
a
It
blast.
translated into look like we had a good time because we certainly did, and we hope to do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was there a particular moment where each of you are just kind of looking around the set going, this is so cool. This is what I dreamed of doing since I was a kid and I get paid for it.
Well, I
Yeah.
didn't get paid, so I don't know. I cannot answer
Yeah, yeah.
that. I'm joking. Just kidding. No,
No,
we
that
had,
would
we had
happen to 12 times a day. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
yeah, we had fun,
100%. We would
man.
literally pull each other to the side sometimes, be like, dude, can you fucking believe we're in Africa right now? Do you understand?
Yeah,
We
yeah,
we
and
we said this so many times, and then at the end of the day, like we got thrown together. We were roommates this whole time, and it'd be late at night. We'd be all just beat up and for schnackety and having a beer and a cigarette, looking at the ocean. Like, dude, man, this is fucking great. It would be so exciting. We'd have to be back there in 5 hours. It was great.
Yeah.
yeah, but you
That's
know
so
what,
cool.
Paul,
Well,
like it takes just to close on that, it takes a leap of faith for American actors, well, at least those two guys here to say, hey, we're gonna go shoot something in Senegal, something that hasn't been, at least as what I know, done before, and allowing ourselves to, yeah, to just let the magic happen, and have those moments with actors, and also being a director, and being able to bring something on the screen that is also, yes, it looks fun because it's an action movie, everybody runs, everybody fights and all that, but at the core of it, there's some layers and there's some messages. Once you're able to do that, that's what we all want as storytellers, right? So it happened on that movie, and if that translates to you guys when you're watching that, then our job is done.
yeah.
So thank you for feeding that and asking us.
Yeah, well, and I was going to ask about that too, because of course you want people to just enjoy it. It's a fun time
Mm,
at the movies. However, there is a lot going on here, and there's a lot being said. So, what
mm.
are you hoping that people will take away from this one?
Like we said to each other, my answer to that would be to scar you guys somewhere deep inside, right? Which is if it can be a good inception, whatever the movie is, if the movie is good, if the movie is bad, whatever, that's not in our power, but we did our best to make it enjoyable. At the same time, if you can at a dinner, for example, talk about sometimes Senegal in the conversation, and you're like, oh, like in Zero, right? We did our job.
Mhm.
Or if you're talking about politics, or if you're talking about a guy who is searching for his daughter and he has 5 seconds to talk about it, to talk to her. What's happening, right? That's zero also. So for all those reasons, if it leaves something in your head, then our job is done, and that's what we want, and that's what we all want when we watch a movie. It's for it to leave something in ourselves, right?
Yeah.
So that's the hope for Zero.
I love that. And now for each of you, of course, you make it look like a fun job and you make it look like the best thing in the world. But, of course, it isn't easy, like I said. So what advice would you give to somebody that wants to be in films or make great films or tell great stories? Because we need this great content right now.
Guys, you want to answer that?
I mean, for me, any advice I would give to somebody is don't give up. I think where we are. I mean, and this is, it's become a little bit of a cliche. A lot of people say this, but you have the ability to do it. You can pick up an iPhone and go and make a movie. And sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Sometimes it takes 10 years to make a movie, and sometimes it takes 10 years and you don't make the movie. And so, yeah, my advice is just if you really want to do it, don't give up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just to
well
let you in
said.
on something with the 10-year remark, Goose and I were basically trying, not this movie, but a movie, a feature, another one, and then this one, literally about 10 years, and a lot of suffering along the way too. A lot of suffering, honestly. So to piggyback on the don't give up, I would also like ask yourself, and I mean this in the best way, like if you have a need to do it or not. And I don't mean just make a movie, make movies, make shorts, do this stuff if you have a creative itch. But if you're talking about this is what you want to do with your life, you got to have a need. I mean, you really have to have the need because it can be so difficult and painful and heartbreaking, and it's all worth it. But you have to need to do it. If you don't have the need, you should really, and you hear other people say this, but it's true. You should probably do something else and do this for fun. Do shorts or whatever for fun. But if you really want to do this like as your life, I mean, it's we like Kusna, we actually talk about this. We call it like the curse. It's the curse. It's like you can't get away from it. It's like you almost want to. You want to try. Should I do something else with my life? But I just fucking can't. I just fucking have this thing, have this love. So check yourself inside and see if you have that. And if you have that, you have your answer. You have to fucking do it. You don't have a choice. That's it. Doesn't matter how
Very
long.
true.
Doesn't matter if it's shorts that are not these, whatever big dreams or not, but you'll do it because you have to do it. And please do it because we all need to see your stories.
Yeah,
True.
love
That's
that.
true. Yeah. Me, I had that advice from first time I arrived in Hollywood, it was like 10, 12 years ago, and I had that advice from a producer called Jeremy Kleiner. He's from Plan B. Now he's a big time producer now, and he gave me that advice that stayed in my head, which was like, we don't need you as a first feature. So at that time I did my first feature. It was like, for your feature, we don't need you to do something good or bad. We need you to do something that stays. And that's my advice to people who do stuff. Do something that will stay. Don't bother into doing the best movie ever or obviously we don't want to make the worst movie ever, but just do something that stays. And that's the advice. Take your time to do something that will again scar people. I like that expression. I will keep it.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
A good one.
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. Well, to close us out, I know you got some pretty fun, crazy stories from the set. And I know you love directing these guys, but was there just a moment or a scene that you're just so proud that you pulled off? Because there's a lot of great ones here.
Listen,
Good question.
there's a lot of them. There for a lot of different reasons. There's one that doesn't look obvious on the screen, which is when they are on the beach and looking at the seaside and whatever. I won't say when it is and why
Yeah.
it's there, but there's a sequence like that. I'm very proud that we finally have it. For example, because this one it looks simple when you watch the movie, but every time that those guys were going into the water was like, get out. So we succeeded in doing that. That's one of them, for example. And then there's one in the movie where it involves Cameron's character. It's a very Korean moment. I love this one so much. I won't tell what it is, just go watch the movie, but I love this one because this is one of those moments where, as a director, you just said to yourself, "We're not gonna cut. Just let it happen, and let it happen, and let it happen, and let it happen." Yeah, the car scene, right?
Yeah.
Well, I was
And
going to
that's one of my
all three
favorite.
of us. I know the one you're talking about. But
Yeah,
this
yeah.
question for all three of us, or
Just you and you and the car and the guy.
no? I mean,
Sorry.
I know
That's
the one you're talking about.
well, we're so glad that you
Yeah.
put the hard work into it. And it's such a cool movie. It's so fun. We're gonna tell everyone to check it out. Thank you so much for your time, and we'll look forward to talking to each of you again soon.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Paul.
Paul.
Really appreciate
Thank
it.
you so
Thanks for the
much.
time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day, buddy.
Hey, you too. Thank you. And
Thank
sorry,
you.
I'm on the road here, but we're doing it. We're getting the word out.
We
Thank
did
you.
it. We did
Okay,
it.
bye.
Thanks, Paul.